What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 23 of the Lunch Table Podcast. Today, we got a new topic, of course. And today's topic is: do we owe our parents anything?
Yes.
Um,
Well,
so
that's not my answer, but that is the question.
yeah, so I don't. I mean, let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it.
Straight into it, right?
So I'll reiterate the question, right? Because this is kind of like we gotta. I guess it's important to break it down, like what it means to you. Like, what does it mean to owe our parents anything, specifically to
Let me
anyone?
hear that, and then I'll tell you. Everybody say where we stand.
Yeah.
I
So-
would say, what does that mean? I would say like, growing up, your parents tell you like, oh, I don't know, they just expect you to do a lot of things. Maybe like go to school, and you know, what they hold a lot of things against you or whatnot. One example being your own life. They'd be like, I brought you into this world, I could take you out. You know how many times we hear that, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I've never heard it.
You never heard that?
No, I've never heard it.
Never
Did
even
you-
in a movie or
What?
nothing.
No.
Nah.
Privilege.
In a movie,
You're lying.
Yeah, but
Privilege,
like
man.
any
from-
like family members? No, I've never heard that.
Okay.
Angel, you a good boy then? Like you like
Never got in trouble.
you don't get in trouble or nothing?
He's never got in
No.
trouble.
No?
No.
He's never been in
Not
trouble.
really. I mean, I don't really do anything.
So only us three heard that.
He's like,
I heard
what
that.
did you do? For
Have
her
you
to
have
say-
you Juan, how about you? Have you heard that? Like
I've heard it, but not against me.
no?
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Oh, all right. No, I guess the video, the topic today is just like what does, again, like, do we owe them anything? Like, yeah, they brought us, they gave us life, but like, what is it that we owe them necessarily, right?
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes you're like, oh yeah, when you're a baby, I fed you, I clothed you. It's like, yeah, you have to do that. you know?
Yeah.
Put a roof over your
Put a
head.
roof over
You
It's like,
chose
yeah.
to do that.
it's like you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, this is how I think about it. I'm gonna ask a question real quick. Like, do you guys think like having a kid is like a big responsibility? Just by
Oh, yeah.
show of hands, like, can I
Yeah,
say-
of course.
All right, so like, in order to have a kid, would you guys say like you need to have, you'd have to have your shit down, right? Like, to
Yeah.
maintain it, like we had, yeah, we had already list, or Felix did. He said, they have to feed us, they have to like put a roof over our heads, and pay bills, rent, whatever it is. But it's like, if you're gonna hold that against your kid, it's like, why would you even have a kid? Why would you even have a kid if you're gonna hold it against
You're
them?
supposed to do it unconditionally.
Right, unconditionally, because that's literally what are you supposed to do? Like, have a kid and not care for it. So when parents,
I asked my mom that one time. She's like, I could have. I was like, what the fuck? Fuck you. Right?
right,
Yeah.
but it's like why didn't you then, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
But I guess it kind of goes both ways though, because it's kind of like, yeah, like they're your parents though. You got to listen to them to like a large extent, for the majority of it, right?
for the most part, yeah.
It depends. What do you mean?
Like, for example, let's say like I had this discussion with a mom, like, because I didn't explain it to you fully, but just like very briefly, like how I wanted to drop out, which I did, of college, and my mom, like, she never like tried to kick me out or anything, but I told her, I was like, look, I kind of know how. I'm not like, it's not being disrespectful. It's just kind of how like just Latino, I guess, parents are, like they kind of try to kick the kids out or something if they want to drop out. I told her, I was like, if you're gonna bring that up to me, just let me know right now, because I was like it's no problem with me, to be honest, because I'm not going back to school. She was like, no, I'm not kicking you out. She's like, but what do you? I was like, I'm not going back, right? So,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
so, it's kind of like, but then again, it's like if she was like that, like I had no right to be like, oh, I need to stay though. You like, I'm old enough at this point too, right? So, I guess for those who would not be willing to hold it, like that position, like I did, they would have to listen and go to school. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They would have to obey, listen, and then,
I mean, but I feel like there's not that many kids like that anymore.
Really?
Are like spoiled.
Yeah, because I was just about to say too. I feel like kids are more disobedient now too.
I feel like I see a
For
lot
sure.
of kids, or a lot of people, like with their parents raising their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, yeah.
that much before. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Oh, like a lot of people was like, it's not just the parent raising them; it's like the grandparents.
yeah, right
it's like,
now.
it's like if I had a kid, like
Your mom. would be helping
my
you.
mom just takes care of it. You know,
Yeah.
while I work.
Yeah.
right.
I
Yeah,
feel like that happens a lot.
that's like a common. That's like the standard now.
yeah,
you
right?
see that.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
that everywhere, kind
Yeah,
of now.
it's kind of.
And not to say like that
It's
there's anything wrong with it necessarily, but it's
It's like it's your kid. You know.
yeah, it's your kid, and you're like leaving it to your parents. You could say that's family, but you know,
It takes
ain't-
a village.
It's expensive too, but it's like buying a car and telling your mom, "Oh, can you pay it off the rest?" You know?
right?
And you
know?
got to be lucky too, because sometimes you have to pay a babysitter,
Mm.
and that takes a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, that's
They're-
why that's why they leave it with the parents. you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and your parents, they gotta have like similar values and morals to you, because again, if not, it's like they're raising your kid, right?
Right.
In their vision. Right?
Yeah. They could be telling them shit behind your back like, oh, no le hagas caso a tu mamá. And you get home and be like, oh, grandma told me this, and you're like, what? What are you talking about? And then you start
Grandma
arguing with your
putting you on the
mom,
spot.
and then it's like, bruh, turns into like a whole different like argument. Cause I've seen that firsthand. And it's like,
Oh, when they tell like,
yeah, just arguing with like, oh, why you telling my kid this? Like, blah blah blah. Like, you know, he's not old enough to be hearing this.
I don't
shit.
think I've ever told that story here yet. All right. When my old coworker, when his stepdad was giving his son weed and shit. No.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But I should just get into it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little off track, but
go ahead.
yeah. All right. So, so look. Let me start it from the top. All right. So this dude, we worked together at Roundtable, bruh. You know, that shit was pretty cool. And I remember, well, this has to do with the story. I sold him one of my guns. And what's it called? You know, he knows, bro. He's smiling. That's
No, yeah, I know.
yeah, but yeah, I sold him one of my shotguns because he wanted one for home defense or whatever, and he doesn't have the best relationship with his family or whatever. But anyways, so one day he picks up his son from his stepdad's or his mom's house, whatever, and the dude, the kid smells like weed, and he's like, well, what is this? You smell? He's smoking weed now? But he didn't think obviously it was his stepdad giving it to him. But he was like, and the kid tried to lie. He's like, no, like I'm not, like this and that. Like you know when you get caught up and you gotta deny it for your parents. Anyways, he's like, come on, like you smell like it, you know, because he tried to cover it up with Axe, but then he just smells like Axe and weed, you know. And so he's telling him like, oh, like where the fuck did you get it? Because the kid's like 12, you know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the kid's 12.
I'm thinking older, to be honest.
Nah, that motherfucker was 12, I think 12, 13. And then he's like, who gave it to you? And he finally says, he's like, oh, your stepdad gave it to me. And he's like, what the fuck? So anyways, he drives home. Or I mean, I think they're already home by the time he told him. But he calls his stepdad. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what's the deal? Like, why are you selling my kid? Why are you giving my kid weed? And, you know, his stepdad tried to deny it at first. He's like, oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And then this is the part where he turns to me and says, he's like, bruh, like, I know he gave it to him because he used to sell me weed when I was younger. You know? So, and then, what's it called? So anyways, his stepdad ends up getting hella mad. He's like, I'm going to get your brothers and your cousins over there and get them to beat your ass and this and that. And, you know, so he's like, if you come, this is, I already sold him the shotgun, right? He's like, if you come to my house, he said, I'm going to defend myself. And anyways, he says all that, and he's waiting for them by the door for hours. I think by the time it was 10, he was like, yeah, they're probably not coming, so he just goes to bed. Then he hears a knock on the door around 11, and he's like, it's them, right? Because it was like really hard, you know. And so he loads the shotgun, you know, buckshot, ready. And the way his house is set up is I don't know how to explain it. So it's kind of like this.
It's an angled porch.
It's an angled porch. So the front door's right here, and he has a window right here. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I wasn't speaking into it. Well, anyways, yeah. So the front door's right here. The door is facing this way though, and the window is on this side, right? So he could see who's knocking on his door, right?
Yeah.
You can see who's knocking on his door. So the motherfucker, he has his shotgun. He opens the window, sticks his head out the window, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker!" And it's a fucking cop.
Oh.
It was a police officer, bro. yeah, it was a fucking cop. And he said the cop made like a shrieking sound. He's like, you know, like, cause he's so fucking, he's a fucking shotgun, you know.
Yeah.
He said he was close enough to see his eyes, you know, like that's how close he was. And then he said the cop jumped like onto the driveway. So that was pretty funny. And so it turns out, they ended up. I think he told it before he started fighting with his parents. He told them that he got a shotgun, so they knew that. But the thing is, after they hung up, his mom had called the police and said, "There's a crazy guy at this address." He said he just killed he just killed somebody, right? And that's swatting. She swatted her own son. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so the whole block was full of cops, and this motherfucker has a shotgun.
Yeah.
You're talking about, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker." But yeah, dude, it was like I think that's. Where was I going with that? I was saying, like, I mean,
The main thing was that because the stepdad sold weed to the son.
yeah, I mean, I guess just some parents are like not as grounded as we think, you know.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, I don't know how your guys' relationship is with your parents, but like, I think mine's was always like on and off. So,
What do you mean?
Like, it would be good times, and then there'd be like shit that happens.
Did she ever swat you? Did she ever call the cops on you?
Nah, nothing that. But I think with me, to be honest, I don't know if my sister's here, and I don't give a fuck. But like, I think because of me, like as a man, I think like my parents just had like higher standards for me or some shit.
That's
Like,
true. No, that's true. Especially in Latino.
And I did. Like, I think it wasn't until like a couple years ago or something where I noticed I'm like, I try to take everything as good energy. Where I'll be like, all right, like fuck it, like they see something in me or something, and that's why they hold me to a higher standard. But it's like it's the little things. Like we could do the same thing because she's a girl. Oh, it's fine. But then me is like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, bruh, like.
That's common. That's hella common.
Right. And it just gets to some point when it's like, bro, like every time, like we're gonna keep doing this, like.
Wait.
You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Nah, I get what you're saying, but we're talking about us owing our parents something, right?
Yeah. So my point to that, then that's why I was always like, no, because it's like, if I'm being treated this way, like, why should I go out of my way to make them proud in life? Why should I do everything for them?
Okay.
That makes sense. So it kind of tied in
Because I was thinking,
with that, right?
are we talking about owing our parents like?
Well, that's why I said.
No, I'm saying like just to help me understand better. Are we talking about owing our parents like chores around, like helping around the house and stuff like that? Or are you talking about helping owing your parents something as like do what they tell you to do in life, like go to college, follow this career path, like?
I don't know, bro.
Because my thing is like, the reason I was saying I don't owe them, like, I don't think we said where we stand yet, right?
That's what I said. We each,
I said no.
We each like have our own way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we didn't even say, bro. I just started telling a story.
Hey, by the way, you suck at storytelling, bro.
What's up? What
I
I
was
do?
just
A little bit.
He was like,
He's like, the way the house is set up. Anyways.
Yeah.
No, I did explain it though.
That's
Didn't
why I
I?
started laughing.
Oh man.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah,
It's all good,
we'll cut that story out, bro.
Nah, we gonna leave
No,
it.
we're gonna keep it so they can laugh.
I'll retell it, bro. I'll retell it. Bro, they're
Nah,
gonna click.
You're done, bro. You're done.
Whatever.
Alright,
Yeah,
They're gonna-
so
they're
get-
gonna-
It's been
click
over
off,
like
bro.
a year.
Alright, so
Since this happened. So.
get to your
No. They're gonna click off though. This is boring. Bro.
Get to your stance. Then. Where do you see yourself with that topic and that question?
Yeah,
Well, living up to their standards, no. But I don't think. But owing them something, yeah, probably.
Like
Man,
what?
And
What do you owe them?
In what ways?
I
What
don't
do
know.
you
I
owe
mean,
them?
respect. At the least, respect. You know.
Let me
Well,
go.
I feel like that's a given. Like,
Let me go.
for respect, obviously you have to give your parents respect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's because I heard you say shit like, "Give it to earn it." So I thought maybe, you know, because Mexican parents don't respect, bro. You know. What I'm saying?
Well, they don't respect us.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
they
That's
don't
what I'm
respect
saying.
their children.
That's what I'm saying. They're children. That's why I kind of thought you'd be kind of different on that. But that reel's doing numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Why
Sorry
you-
if y'all can hear that.
We should
but-
silence it. Yeah. All
That's
right.
my
Anyways,
fault.
But yeah, like if they want you to live like the life that they imagined for you, it's kind of like the fuck. Bro, you buying followers, huh?
Nah. It's just the magic and the juice, bro.
Well, yeah, well, that's why I said like I mean it's hard, but I think it's just like just trying your best to just take it like into good energy and just trying to make the best out of it. You know, I mean
So where do
I
you
don't know. It's all
stand?
personal.
Where I stand, because I feel like some of you still need time to think of it, because like you're not really speaking up. So I mean, where I stand is I say, like we as like children, or as a son, I don't feel like I owe anything to my parents. That doesn't mean I don't want to give them stuff when I'm older. Obviously, when I grow up,
You already
Even-
you already grew up, bro.
look, when I grow up even more, when I'm already like doing, look, when I'm stable, when I'm doing my own thing and living in Vegas, I would like to give my mom something,
You want to
like
live in
just
Vegas?
So you
just to
feel like-
say, here, look, like thank you for all you've done. But if she's expecting something for all she's done, it's like
I get what
you don't deserve it, like anything. You chose to have a kid. You chose to deal with the kid, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the word "owe" is kind of crazy. Like
No.
I owe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like you're in
I
debt.
agree with you.
But
Yeah.
but that's how, especially how I've seen it in like Latino households. It's basically you kind of like you are in debt with them because
Yeah.
it's like
Really?
because they expect something from you, and
Bro, they'd be like, do the dishes. No. Well, remember that one time I changed your diaper?
Yeah, they bring.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they bring. They Mexican Latino parents are so quick to like gaslight you. bro.
All right, let's talk
They
about that.
they be like, nah, cause all the times I changed your diapers, all the times I fed
swear.
you.
Nah,
They be like,
remember-
all the time I
They
fed
say
you.
that?
Yeah,
Nah.
Bro,
It-
when
it's-
you get money
it's
for
not-
You're
your
not really
happened to
Latino,
me.
bro.
Wait, let him talk. Go ahead.
They just say something to do it and just do it, bro.
Go ahead.
That's what it is.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was talking about personally, myself. I've never been like gaslighted like that, but my parents do be like
But you think that's what,
doing
like,
some stuff, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Well, you have siblings, Angel. How would you say like they treat your siblings? Because obviously you said that you're a
Chill.
well-behaved guy, so like obviously they don't have nothing against.
For
Well,
my siblings, they're kind of like spoiled. Like my
They're so
older
mean to you.
siblings and my
But
younger
because they're like the
siblings.
babies of the family, though. You know what I mean?
No, but it's like to an extent where it's like really bad.
Oh, I don't know.
Like they don't do anything.
Mm.
They'd be like, shut up, Angel.
But like I try to help out around the house and just like do some stuff here and there.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
But personally, I do think that we do like.
Felix.
I don't want to say when you made me think about it, like owing them, like
Yeah.
expecting it, but I do want to give back to my parents
Right.
because
Yeah.
they've done so much for me.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And like I understand where they're coming from in that they want me to go to college, they want to see all this because they didn't have those same opportunities that I'm given,
Yeah.
so they want to see me
I was just about to say
achieve that.
I want to add on to that. I feel like it's different with different like living situations and different like the way you grow up. Cause I remember me and Felix would have conversations all the time where it's like if somebody's parents, somebody immigrates or how do you say migrates from like a different country to
Immigrated.
come here for like a better living space, then I can kind of see where like I kind of owe you, like,
It's
'Cause it's like-
that's a
Right.
lot of pressure.
Look,
That's a good point.
I can see where I owe you there, but where I stand is because, like Felix said, I owe them respect. Obviously, I'm gonna help around the house, stuff like that. I'll say I owe that because everybody's gonna have kids, and if nobody's respecting their parents and respecting the living space and doing chores and help, because you're living in that house too, then like
But that's
You
a
know
good
what I'm saying?
point because it's like, bro, there's so many kids, bro, that like
yeah.
just smoke weed and like just like don't fucking work, bro. Like,
Why are you laughing?
because it's like they sacrifice so much for you and you just like smoking weed.
Yeah, when they start gang banging and shit.
Cross the border
Come
for
on, bro.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it's a good
there
one,
is
like,
this one-
bro, like
Cross the
There's
Rio Grande for nothing.
There's this one song. It's called La something de oro. La something de oro. De Oro. Yeah, I don't know what. Fuck, I have to look it up. But anyways, in that, I'm gonna get called a no sabo. Anyways,
He's not
in
on
that song, they talk about, or the guy, he talks about how he crosses the border and how he does it for like a good living, and like his kids don't even like see like the hard work he puts into it.
That
And his
happens a
kids
lot.
don't even want to speak Spanish or anything. And then there's the part in the song where he's all like, where it's like him and his son have a conversation, and he's all like, "What you talking about, Dad? I don't never want to go back to Mexico." He's like, he's like, and then he's like, "My kids, I can't even tell if they're white or Mexican and shit like that." And he's all like, it's kind of sad. He's like, and basically the song is like, oh, even though like I'm out here working, striving for a better future, it's not like what he wants to be doing, right? He wishes he was home or whatnot.
So yeah, just go back.
Yeah.
He's doing that for them,
And-
but, man.
Yeah, he's doing that for his children, and his children don't.
They're not grateful.
They're not grateful for it. And I like that song because I feel like in some way, shape, or form, my father felt like that because he always wanted to go back to Mexico, and like he was building houses out there, like buying terrenos and shit, and he wanted to go back, like so bad. And then I was like, yeah, well, I can't go to Mexico, so I was like, I'm not going back to
Yeah.
Mexico. And then I just felt like him, like I always respected him for it. Like, oh, he's working here, he's buying like he's holding it down here in the United States, right? Yeah, he has all his kids like going to school. He has his kids under a roof, and he's still building a house in Mexico to go back to when all is said and done, right?
Yeah.
So I'm all like, for sure, like respect. You know, I have that respect, but it's like I said,
It goes back to
it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you chose to have children.
Yeah.
You chose to have four children. So I feel like the more children you have, that's more responsibility too.
Yeah.
Because one or two kids, you could say, like that's kind of like, I would say like a safe haven when it comes to kids. Like one or two kids, like, yeah, that's cool. But you know, you start going 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, damn, I don't know.
They just
And-
fucking at this point.
No,
and you know, we had Manny on, and remember what he was saying about like parents have kids to like keep something going, like say
Yeah.
a tradition, the mariachi. I don't know, I don't really. That's kind of messed up because like you're like forcing your kids to do something. Like I personally, I would never force something onto my kid. You know, I like football, I like UFC, you know, I like fucking skating, but I would never forcefully put that onto my kid. Like, oh, you have to play football. Oh, you have to be into skating.
Oh, you have to get CTE.
Yeah.
You know that's why third world countries have higher birth rates because they need help on the farm, so they just have kids. That's literally why. That's why when a country gets more developed, obviously you don't have your own farm. You don't have to have as many kids. You don't have to rely on the land, so you just have less kids.
Yeah.
The whole idea of family is different here in the Western. Like everything's
Yeah.
completely different.
If they tell us to appreciate everything out here, then they shouldn't do that. If they, like, I'm not saying like
If you like it so much,
if
go
we
back.
say I was born out here, all right, my family is born out here. I'm not saying my family like wants to force me to do anything, but like, say somebody else is in my situation, but their family is forcing them to grow up and be a doctor or something like that. But it's like, we have the freedom
To do whatever.
We need to appreciate that since we live here. So if
We
you
got no
had me
freedom
just to
in
be a
this
doctor,
country.
that's kind of like
No
right.
freedom, bro.
Technically, you could do whatever you want, be whatever you want. And if your
I
parents are holding
disagree.
you against,
You
like I knew,
disagree?
We don't got no freedom in this country.
but you wouldn't
Why
say
are
that
you
you
talking
can.
about that?
You
I'm
said
talking
no?
about-
He said freedom, like to do what we want to do, like
I'm saying like
Bruh, more freedom than
this
other places.
country
Oh, for
compared
sure,
to
for
other
sure.
countries, yeah, like
Yeah.
you said, if they're having kids specifically to grow up on a farm and to work, then we should take advantage of what we have. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it would be kind of disrespectful if we come over here and you know what I mean. Like,
You're right. More aspirations, right?
Right.
Not just live
People
working
are
on the
coming
farm.
here to be
But that
here
does look pretty cool.
to take advantage of what we have here, so they can, you know, and then we were born here, live here, just to, you know.
I don't.
But I
Want,
think the whole doctor thing is so you could have better than they had.
No, for sure.
You know,
I think that's the goal.
It's also like you didn't ask to be here because we talked about that. we didn't ask to be born and stuff like that. I know that sounds corny and everything.
Yeah, no
but
one
if
did.
I am born, because like you said, no one asked to be born.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I didn't ask to be born, then can I at least live my own life?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't like
'Cause if
that
you live
logic
your
doesn't
own
make any
life-
sense.
What does?
Why doesn't it make sense?
Didn't ask to be born.
Cause like, bruh, no one like you can
That's
say that
what
about
I'm s-
anything.
But
You know what I'm
did
saying?
The second part.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't ask to be born, but can I at least live my own life?
Yeah, like-
if I didn't ask to be
Like
there?
some, like bro, like
I
it's,
don't know.
You
I was-
can't live your own
No,
life.
you could, but I'm saying like,
But I think when you're referring to live, I think you're just talking about career wise, right?
Yeah, career-wise.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
how you wanna
anything,
live. I'm
like
not
how you
saying,
want to
like-
live. If
I thought you meant like in general, like everything.
No, I'm
No,
saying like.
no, because if you carry yourself like a jackass,
That's what I'm saying.
then no.
I'm
like
saying
your
live
parents
your own
are
life
just
like
doesn't-
career wise, like
Oh, I thought
you
you
don't
meant
have to, you know,
as a person, like. you
because
know?
I think going into gang banging or doing whatever y'all said, like you said before, that's
Bro, it's my life, bro.
That's disrespecting your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
isn't that
hella
Staying in the
disrespectful.
lane of respecting your parents, but doing what you want. I don't see
But
why-
what if you want to do that? Go
What?
gangbanging.
Career
Like,
career
Then you would
criminal.
you would
yeah,
disgrace.
you would be disrespecting your
You would
parents.
just- disgrace
can
at
y'all
that
listen,
point.
Can y'all listen? I said you owe respect to your parents, and you owe to do like chores around the house and help around the house. But living your life and respecting your parents, you can live your own life and respect your parents. Going into gangbanging and doing the stuff that you are talking about, that's not respecting your parents.
Makes sense.
So I say respect them,
Yeah.
but do what you want.
I got you.
How do you guys feel when like your parents give you advice, but they're like be very hypocritical about it? That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Oh, like
We're all
If,
hypocrites.
if they,
That's what I see.
no, but don't take it like literal.
No, what I'm saying, like, you know, like,
Yeah, you broke. You said that.
Hey,
one.
I don't know what you mean by we're all, but not me, bro.
It's like if your parents tell you, "Oh, don't be going out drinking," but
they drink. I hate
Yeah.
that. I actually.
Is it-
Things my
analogy.
parents actually don't.
right. But like, I'm just talking about with and like
It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure we've all.
or when they
heard,
be like, let me see your report card. What grade is it?
Yeah,
Bro,
like-
you dropped out.
Jumped out of third
You
grade.
was in jail at 16. You was locked up
alright.
at 16. You talking about grades?
for my like dad personally, it's like he didn't have an option. He had to drop out because he had to work on the floor.
Oh yeah, I was
Same.
my
You know?
situation different though. My bad, my bad, my bad. I ain't mean to disrespect
No,
nobody.
no, it's,
Ain't no disrespect to you know.
He said, "Fuck you, Adori."
My situation, I'm like, bro, like you were terrible at my age, bro.
Yeah, cause you know they tell stories. They talk about when they were younger. You know,
Right.
they be like, "Oh, your dad used to be fighting everybody. He used to get in trouble in school
Yeah.
or whatnot." And I'm all like, "Damn, I would get in trouble in school, but it wasn't to the
For-
same way." It
For
was-
real, they'd be like, "Yeah, he yelled in class today," and she's, "What the fuck? Why you yelling in class?" Right?
For real, I remember I'm doing my homework. He's like, bro, you don't get it yet? 2 + 2 is 4. He yelling at me. I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro.
You crying and shit.
You talking about grades? I have a B. You were hitting them books behind
wait,
bars.
wait.
What are you talking about?
just real quick. But don't you think that them giving you a higher standard kind of progresses your whole lineage type shit?
Yeah.
Because if you guys keep holding each other to the same standard, then it's like you're not really progressing. You know what I'm saying?
you
It's
know
like- that's a
why,
good
you know
question.
why, as now, I kind of noticed that at a young age. You know why I didn't like it was because I was always one of the smartest ones in the classes too.
Fast.
But my mom would brag about it, and I didn't like it, cause I'm like, oh, you brag about it when I'm doing good, but then when I'm doing shit too, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna tell them that you're doing shit too. I was like, you kind of just like,
I mean, at least she doesn't lie.
oh yeah, no, but you get my point. It's kind of like, oh, you just like, are you proud of me because I'm doing it good, or because you just want to talk about it to like?
You know what
your
I would get in
friends
trouble
type of
for?
shit?
They'd be like, Ramon talks a lot, but you know he brings that good energy to class. And then my dad would be like, "You talk a lot? You talk a lot?" I'd be like, "Oh my."
So you like to talk, huh?
Did you hear the second part, bro? I bring that good energy. Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying? Though?
You bring that good.
I want
just
to go
saying-
back on that.
The standard
just
part, right?
before we go to that one, like report cards, you have all A's, 1 B plus. It's like,
Yeah.
what about this B?
What about it? What about this beat?
The teacher's racist.
I was smart though. I remember in school we had Jupiter grades and stuff like that.
What
What the fuck is that?
It was like S.
Or what do we have?
E.
What do we have at SOZ? It was the same thing.
Wait,
but
Jupiter grades?
It was just called Jupiter grades when I went to school.
Oh no, I don't remember
What
that.
is it called? Where you check your grades, bro?
Jupiter?
Canvas.
I'm saying, bro, he does not listen, bro. He doesn't.
I get what you're saying, but I know what it's called.
At my
School
old
Loop,
school, it was called Jupiter
Uh,
School Loop. Damn, bro. You just
Jupiter?
pissed me
You
off.
had Jupiter?
Oh my god. Anyway, bro, where you
Jupiter
check
grades?
grades at? Where you check
Yeah.
grades?
Oh, Jupiter.
bopping it.
On
leaving
dick.
right
You bopping it?
Bro, you know what's hella funny, bro?
Yeah, school.
It was hella funny going like every day. You know how you go like back to school now?
Wait. My mom would call it scoop loop.
It was hella funny. Like when I was in elementary, like first grade, second grade, third grade. Back to school now, right?
Yeah.
So like every time my dad would meet I always had like a female teacher, right? A girl. And after like we're going back home, my dad like looks at me. He's like, "Hey, I think your teacher likes me." I'm like, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. He's like, I swear, bro. He's like, you seen this way she was looking at me? I was like, all right, bro. whatever." I'm like, this motherfucker.
That's hella funny.
What was I saying?
And it would just be me and him. If my mom heard it, bro, it's over, bro.
With me, it was always Ramon's a smart kid. He just talks too much. I'm like, I was
Wait, so you're talking about school
Yeah.
loop, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you were trying to see what Juan had to say about like his.
Oh yeah,
like,
you can
whole
talk about
time.
that. Felix threw me off anyway, bro.
Oh, it's just like the standard thing. Like, yeah, like it's hypocritical to like say it, but like they're kind of like doing it like in an unselfish way to do, like trying to push you further, and like
Yeah.
hopefully like down the line, like when you have your kids, you even set like even a higher standard. You know what I'm saying?
I get what
Like
you're saying.
even though it's like hypocritical and shit, like it's coming from a good place, I think, because like they might not even benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Like just you being a better person, they're just looking after you types. That's the way I see
Nah,
it.
it comes from a good place, but then they go too far, like trying to control you. Like there's
Yeah.
kids who like parents choose their career path for them. Like I'm talking about stuff
That's
like
crazy.
that.
Filipinos, that happens a lot. With
And,
nursing and shit, nursing doctors, all that shit.
but I'm saying like I get what you're saying though. It
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
does come like there's no way they just.
No, but
There's like I don't know. It
As
just,
Wait, can I say?
Yeah.
But success in one field is, I think it equates to any other field too. Like, regardless of what career you want to do, like if they're pushing you to be a nurse, like, I get you on that point. Like, it doesn't make any sense to be a nurse. Like, when I could be a fucking computer science engineer or some shit,
Yeah.
and be at the same success that I would be if I was a nurse. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like as long as you don't, it's good to push people like to be successful and like work hard, but like I don't feel like it's right to be like, oh, you gotta be a doctor, or you gotta be a lawyer, you know, a specific
yeah,
career
I
path.
think it even
Once- Oh, my bad. Once it gets to that point, it's kind of like they're living
through you.
through you. They're choosing everything. Like they kind of want to like a second chance, and you're their second chance.
But just
Yeah.
Does that
imagine,
make sense?
imagine this.
Definitely, bro.
Like, if your kid, bro, is going to school and they're like, I want to major in like in this ethnic studies shit.
Or like art, liberal
Bro,
arts.
you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
Yeah, liberal
There's
arts.
no way you're going into that bullshit.
yeah,
like,
you're
You
also
get-
supposed to
you're
be
going
the.
into a career that's paying you like 30,000 salary,
But that's
and
also
you're spending a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but who are you to tell them that they don't fuck with it that much?
I mean, no
Okay,
wait,
so
but
you
look,
kinda
but look. There's a
but
point.
kinda- I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Wait. There's a point where your parents have to be the lighthouse. You know, like
They have to
guide you.
trust
They have
you,
to
bro.
guide you though.
Because
Yeah,
you're
but-
telling me there's not like
Okay.
a bunch of shit majors that are useless.
Okay, of course, but I'm saying like, think about it. You're gonna clock in 5 days a week for the rest of your life. You want to do something you like, right?
Ethnic studies.
Not with that.
they like
yeah, you're
that-
not
Yeah,
gonna
but
clock in.
that's just
You gotta be kidding
you
me.
personally though.
Yeah.
Somebody
You
else
gotta
might
be
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
you. But you know, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right?
Fucking 9 to 5 though. Ain't
You
no,
gotta be.
who's
Like-
trying to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of their life though, bro? Fuck that. I ain't like.
No,
personally,
yeah, but I'm
not
saying
gonna
like,
do that.
bro, if there was a 9 to 5 for making music, I'd do that shit. I don't give a fuck. It's something
Yeah.
I like,
Well,
and I
basically,
enjoy.
isn't that
Like
what you
9 to
do
5.
right now? You don't even consider it a 9 to 5.
Nah, I prefer
Is that
7.
What you like?
I prefer 7 to
but
3,
I'm saying
bro.
like,
Some people want 9 to 5s.
12 to 8.
I think there's a point where
Tell
being
that.
successful. I feel like there's also a point where like being successful, even though the parents might not see it like this, like being successful also comes with finding a lane for you to do the rest of your life and you being happy, even if it doesn't, the monetary gains don't make up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, but money is like top 2 or 3
Of course,
when it comes
but-
to success.
What do
No, but I'm
So that's
saying.
why it ties into my ethnic studies. You're paying a shit ton of money to go to school for $30,000 a year.
okay, but if
Yeah,
they
your
like
parents
that,
kind of have to
fuck
be
that.
like the voice of reason, you know?
No, of course, yes, but I know. I'm saying like, some people they don't even like going back to the doctor shit. Like they don't want to be fucking doctors. It's good money, but the suicide rates are higher for doctors because they don't want to do that shit. You know
Are you
that,
sure?
right?
Are you sure that correlates though?
Okay, obviously because it's like hard and shit. But I'm
Wait,
saying
no,
like,
is that real? Doctors kill themselves higher?
Yeah.
Really?
I never
Yeah.
It's a
What
lot
the
of
fuck?
stress.
Oh,
it's a
shit.
stressful
I think,
job.
I think their lifespan is a bit shorter. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's something like that. because it's like,
Holy shit!
think about it. There's so
Call your
many-
doctors, everybody.
Like there's so many people being.
No, how are you doing? Yeah, sorry.
That's good. Like there's so many people being pressured into being like certain things.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if they're pressuring you to be a doctor, and it comes to the point where you can't even stomach that shit and you kill yourself, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be happy with
Damn.
what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely get it. I think you agree with me on this.
Yeah.
Say they expect something from us, like we owe them. Like you said, would you say give respect to get respect?
Yeah. No, wait, no. I said it's a given, but I did say something
Whatever.
like that.
Yeah. So if they want me to owe them, like if they want me to pay them back somehow, then they also should trust what you got going on and
Trust the
what you-
process.
Yeah, trust your process. Because say you got dreams bigger, but they want you to go to college to do something.
That's
Say-
holding
say
you
they-
down.
Say they expect something back from you. They want you to pay them back, and they see like he's dropping out of school. He's not gonna be able to pay me back. He's not gonna be able to, provide for me like a better life or whatever. But if they trust my process, I'll be able to pay them back sooner or later.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I mean, some parents don't even. It has to be that way. Remember Usain Bolt? His mom was like, "Man, like I wish you would just sit down and start a family." Like she was disappointed in him. And Usain
like
Bolt.
that's how she wanted him to pay him back with a family. Like,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You know what's funny? So I was watching Andrew Tate. Ignore, shut up. Bro, jokes aside. So he was talking about that he was talking to this homeless man.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, he wasn't.
all right,
let him talk, bro.
No,
Go ahead,
no,
go
y'all
ahead.
just make. I said jokes aside, y'all came up with jokes.
Oh my! Come on, bro. Just say it. He was talking to
All
homeless
right,
guy.
so don't make jokes. Please.
All right, no
Okay.
jokes, no jokes.
And you can take it seriously or whatever, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna explain it. And he was talking to this homeless man how he was like Tay was trying to give him money. The homeless man, no, like buy me vodka instead. Well, he's like, bro, like that's the usual homeless person would ask for. And Tay ended up talking for like 2-3 hours, and he was like, I don't understand why people keep offering me jobs and like money and stuff. He's like, no, I just want beer and I just want to keep talking to homeless people. Like that's what makes me happy. I don't want to work. I don't want to do none of that. He's like, this is what makes me happy. Like, if your kid was like that, like you would be okay with that as well if that's what makes him happy? Because that's what the homeless man said. He's like, this makes me
That
happy.
makes sense. I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah.
Nah.
In a way,
But
look,
that's hypocritical.
No, but because why wouldn't you want your kid to be successful? Even if you don't see like, they don't give you anything back.
I mean, there's a difference between being because
I get what
like
you're
what you
saying.
brought
Okay,
up.
That's what Tay
He's saying
Tay followed up. Real
happiness
quick.
and money.
Tay followed up. He was like, so what is success? Because that's what he's like. The guy said he was happy.
Okay, but think about it. Let's say you have a kid. You want your kid to be on the corner being a junkie, asking people for
That's what you're saying.
For booze?
Bro, like,
yeah,
that's,
but like,
that's what the guy was talking about.
I'm saying like, I'm asking you.
No.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, like I feel like they should live to like what they want to do, but it's like, bro, come on, like let's be real.
I mean,
No,
that's the point he's trying to make.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the point he's
there
trying to
has
make.
to be like a certain point where
Okay,
you're
yeah,
like,
like,
okay,
what's the
you know?
line?
I think
Yeah.
If there is
Yeah,
that.
I mean, there's a difference between like he's. There's a difference, like what he said, ethnic studies major, because I feel like an ethnic studies major wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's not the same
How
as
you gonna live
junkie.
off of 30,000?
I don't think.
Bro, you're missing the point.
No,
Yeah, you
no.
missed the point.
I'm saying.
It's
saying
still
like
a profession.
you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's something.
It's
but-
one thing to like not make a lot of money, and it's
Yeah.
one thing to like not make any money at all. Because at least
Yeah, but you gotta be
ethnic-
able to live off of it.
at least ethnic studies majors could be like at least pretend they're doing something. You know what I'm
Pretend.
saying?
Okay.
Or what,
It mean-
I
it
mean,
means
what,
something.
I mean, what do they do?
I
At least
don't
they can
even
start a
know.
family.
they can start a family. Yeah.
You know, provide.
Yeah, provide. Yeah.
What were you saying, Nadar?
I don't know. I think to back up Juan, what was I finna say? Y'all be chatting, bro.
Oh, bro, you gonna cry or what?
It's gonna be optimized.
I mean, I feel like the line would just be like, don't be a junkie.
I
Like
think-
if you want to do drugs, bro, go ahead. But it's look,
That's terrible
look,
advice. Nah,
look.
don't do drugs.
Nah.
Hey,
What do you mean,
hey,
bro?
we gotta stop that. On
You
the
cannot
I get what-
talk.
I get what
Felix,
he's
you
saying.
cannot
No,
talk.
I get what he's saying.
You want to drink? Drink.
I
You
get
want to
what
smoke
he's saying.
weed? Smoke weed. Just don't go to the point where you ruin your life.
Oh,
with
when
it.
you say drugs,
I
I meant
think-
like hard drugs.
Okay, look, before y'all make me forget again, what Oscar was saying about like homeless people, like, would you be okay with your kid doing this? Blah, 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 right? But I think to back up Juan is like, he's saying he's happy doing that, but I think they're just saying they're happy because they're in that situation and they settled for it. Nobody wants their
Yeah.
kid to settle. I think
Yeah.
everybody has dreams. Nobody wants to sit and talk to homeless people all day.
Yeah.
Right? He settled for that. I think like everybody has dreams, and your job as a parent is to teach them values and like raise them right, teach them like to go for what you want.
But that
You
all
know what I
ties
mean?
back
So
into
if
money.
Show 'em
they
right and
want
wrong.
to do
It
ethnic
isn't-
studies. I don't think nobody wants to talk to homeless people.
That all
like,
ties back
day.
into money.
Well, how does it
Not
tie
many-
into money?
I mean, I feel like, let me ask you this, all right? Would you rather
don't
would
get
you
it,
rather
huh?
have a job that pays you 30K a year, but you love it? You know, you love clocking in, you fucking can't wait to clock
Yeah.
in. Or would you rather have a job you fucking hate and make 80K a year?
Well, can you live off of 30K?
Yes.
Yes, you could.
You can.
Some people get by.
I know you can, but it's like a
It just depends
stretch.
on how they want to live.
But
right?
th-
And I'm
they're
pretty
enjoying
sure
what
that
they're
like-
doing every
Okay,
day.
but then that
All right,
goes-
all right,
it
all right,
goes
we'll
back
say-
to the
I'm pretty
junkie
sure
then.
there's
We'll
people
say-
that make
doesn't it?
more
But
than
they're
that.
not making no money.
We'll say 50K, bro.
But he's happy.
Anybody,
So it gets-
anybody who's a junkie is settling.
But he's
Yeah.
happy.
They're settling.
But he's
bro.
happy, isn't
But
he?
what? Okay, was that
But
his
I'm
dream?
saying,
Hey, when you're a kid, you don't go, hey, I can't wait to grow up and talk to
yeah,
homeless
I'm
people.
saying, I
Yeah.
think- okay, so if everybody listened to the values, like say every parent had certain values and a way of teaching their kids to grow up and chase their dreams. No, I don't think anybody would end up being a junkie if everybody followed like specific value. You know what I mean? Like it's not a dream to be a junkie. It's not a dream to be a junkie. You know what I mean? It's like it's settling. You tried it one time, you like it, you're like, I can live off this. Fuck it. I don't. What I was chasing is too hard. I'm giving up. I'm gonna settle for
Yeah.
this. This is okay. I'm okay at this spot.
But if we're being more realistic, not everyone's gonna be who they want to be because there's competition.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like that's why there's competition. You follow that the way your parent taught you, and they taught you good, and they
Right.
taught you those like good values, and you follow that to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, you know.
Okay, so then if you lose in the competition, then what do you have to do?
Go harder.
Find something else. Find something else you can
Yeah,
do.
you go into something else that you don't really love, right?
I think we're going off topic.
Yeah. I don't.
Like
see- I don't.
we
see-
strayed away from parenting
I
and
think
went
it's a
into
good.
career.
I think
Okay.
it's a good conversation.
But let me
Like,
tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you though, bro. If you failed, you didn't fucking try hard enough, bro. The fuck
But,
is what it
because
is.
there's not enough for everybody. Would you agree?
Okay, but the same way
I
the
think-
same way the person passed you, they passed you up because
There's-
you weren't good enough.
I think
that's
there's
'cause you-
different lanes of settling too. If Juan wants to go into music, Juan, your biggest dream is what? Like the top of the top.
Yeah.
How do your
Rapper.
No,
parents
like
see
like,
that?
like what is the top?
Juan, how
like,
do your
what is
parents see that?
What is the
He
top?
said,
of
yeah,
your,
it's the top of the top.
What is
Wait,
your
give me a second.
what is like your number
Uh,
one goal? Like what do you want to be like?
Yeah, like
Number
if you
one
don't
thing.
hit it, then you failed.
No, like but what is it? Like
Yeah.
the number one thing.
Yeah.
Wait, but look, like
My
No,
number-
no. What is the number one thing?
We talking about
bro?
monetary or just
No,
like
what do you want to do?
life-
Number
just
one thing.
just what's
oh,
your
make music off not having to worry about like just focus on making music.
like specific.
But what
like,
do you want
rapper,
from making
like,
music?
oh, just artists. Like
you wanna
what
be
do
an
you want
artist.
from making
so, settling, like, say he couldn't make it as an artist, like as a Billboard, like,
yeah,
you know
and
what
I
I
would
mean?
settle, and I would
Then
be like,
his next line of settling wouldn't just be junk, like go from
Yeah.
there to this junkie. He could still go in the field of making music.
he could be
You
a
know what I mean?
producer.
Yeah.
He
Would
could
you
be
want
a
money?
music
You
video
want money
guy.
off of music?
Yeah, but
bro?
he
There's a
literally
bunch
just
of
said that he
different-
it's
couldn't
not the
make it,
main
then he
goal, but
failed.
if I could live off making music, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's still what he loves.
So,
but
like,
I'm not settling for just making a living off it.
to
Bruh,
tie,
the fuck?
to tie it all back into parents and like, do we owe them something? Juan, I'm going to use you as an example, but I hope
Yeah.
you don't mind.
Yeah.
He's going
Like-
to mine. Don't do
Yeah,
that. Don't do that.
It,
Don't do that.
Juan,
You could
Shut the fuck up.
just use example.
Juan, I'm
without
about to
naming
expose you.
no, it's not exposing him or anything. It's actually some questions I'm like would be down to
Go,
know the answer
go.
to.
Shoot.
So first of all, like you said, you want to, like I want to know exactly why you want to make music. It's something you like, right?
Yeah.
And how do your parents see like you making music? Like, do they support you? Do they tell you not to do music and chase something else?
Are you scared because it's risky?
Yeah, because
It's mostly just the risk side, cause like you know, like well, my pops, like he's more like keep doing. You could do that, but like also like I guess like get a real job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But you like I'm still going to school and shit, so it's like I'm doing both.
Uh-huh.
But like for my mom, it's like she like she's fine with that, like me making music. But like she also wants me to be like a heavy hitter type shit. Like she don't want me to be no slouch. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to do music, I'm going to do
You gotta
music.
Do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when my dad is like we've had this conversation, like maybe like 4 years ago, when and I was like halfway into it. And he's like, yeah, but it's like 1 in like 100 million that make it. I'm like, all right, then that's me.
Right.
Then I'm gonna be one of them. Like, is it? I don't see it like when people like stack the odds against like shit like that, or like when people try to put like barriers and shit. I just, all right, then I'm gonna go through. That's me. And see, I'm gonna be one of them 100 million. Like,
So-
and if I'm not, then I fucked up. I failed. That's on me.
So
But
you would say like them telling like, do you see your dad telling you like, oh, 1 in a million, and like he's telling you like, oh, the odds are like, you know, that's him kind of
Yeah.
telling you like the odds aren't looking good for you.
yeah,
Like how do you take that? Like, do you take that as like motivation, or do you see that as like, oh, my pops is hating on me or whatnot?
nah, it's
Nah.
never been like,
You're just a
hey,
hater.
yeah. Wait, what?
But you're just a
No,
hitter,
you're-
dad.
Dude, you're
No,
just a
no,
hater, Dad.
We're not saying that's you, but
No, I didn't hear it for real. What I'm saying, nah, it wasn't. He's never been like, oh yeah, stop making music. Like, he's always just been like, bro, you know what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just you gotta watch out what you're doing, bro.
They never
you know what I'm
tell
saying?
you. They never tell you like, oh, when you make it big, you're gonna buy us a house.
Nah,
Nah?
That's what I'm saying. That's why like when you guys say, oh, like the parents owe you like monetary shit, my parents have never said that shit. Literally
That is
all like
crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
my
Like
parents-
all like my dad, he be working 2 jobs, like all the way to morning, all the way to the night. Like he doesn't really tell me like, oh, like monetary shit. Oh, you gotta pay me back in the future. You gotta buy me a house. But it's like me repaying him would be being successful. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, and by my means type shit.
After talking to Juan, I'm kind of seeing some things, but I want to talk to Angel because he also said that he doesn't get like his parents don't like ask
Expect?
respect nothing from you. And going back to why, like, Angel, you're going to school, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like a first generation, right? So they obviously, your parents see you as like the how you call it, like
Flagship?
that's who's gonna make
The
it,
golden child?
right?
The
Like they
flagship.
pressure you, right?
Yeah, in a way, just because of my little sisters, so
Right.
they kind of like look up to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's cute.
okay, I see. And Adar, you said that your parents never ask you for anything, like, or expect nothing from you.
I don't think they've ever said it, but I feel like it sometimes. I don't think they ever said it.
Cause I don't know what. Look, I wanted to like say like, I think I knew why some people feel like they owe something, but I don't know. It's kind of. I feel like it's more complicated. than
I think it's
It's,
It's
a personal
inside, like-
relationship. It's a personal relationship with
like
your
me
parents.
personally.
I
I,
guess so.
feel like I owe.
Yeah, cause
You know what I
guys,
mean?
Go ahead.
like
But-
think about it. Like most of us had like parents that were here for us. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But there's people that like I'm talking about like that were like raising us type shit. But there's people who don't even have fucking parents.
Right.
And there's people that like you hear stories online, like their parents like treat them like shit, give them drugs and shit. Like to those parents, they don't owe them shit. Fuck them. But like if you got parents that are willing to raise you, even if they say, "Oh, like I changed your diaper," they still fucking did it. That's what it is. Like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they're like, yeah, they chose to have this baby, and even though we didn't choose like to be born, they still did it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to other people who their parents really said, "Nah, fuck you. I had this kid, but fuck you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even
That's
if
it.
they like they tried their hardest and it wasn't like that good, you know, they tried.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
I think that goes way
It's the-
more
it's the
than
sentiment.
anything else.
I guess.
I got something
Yeah.
else then.
Uh-huh.
If unconditional love, right?
Yeah.
If we like love somebody, I feel like you do something out of love. You don't do something expecting something back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
'Cause
feel like
would
you.
rather do something for you if you ask. Like I feel like when sometimes somebody asks or expects
You don't
to
wanna
do
do
something,
it.
now it's like
Like, okay, let me give you an example, bro. You better go wash the dishes. No one told you to wash the dishes. All of a sudden, your mom tells you to wash the dishes, and you're like, bro, I low key don't want to wash the dishes no more, bro. Just because you told me to.
right.
I'm like, but that's not to say I'm ungrateful.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, my closing statement on, like, I'm not saying like I want to end the podcast, but like my personal closing statement is
You clocking out after this?
no, I'm not talking now. But this is what I stand, and
clocked
this
that
is
20
like
minutes
just to
ago.
like to tell, finally say like, you know, to leave it out there for the whole.
Yeah,
all right.
Hyping it up hella bad.
Better be good.
This is it. This is gonna be it. This
right
is
here.
the
Oh,
final
okay,
one.
respect your parents, because although no, that's not a good way to word it.
I feel like we won't ever understand until we're parents ourselves.
That's one thing. But look, it all comes down to personal experience, like Oscar had said. So from my personal experience, I would say, you know, I don't feel like I owe my parents anything. Would I like to give them things when I'm settled and, you know, doing my own thing? Of course. You know, I love my mom. She's the only one I have right now. So, you know, I look up to her and I'm all like, damn, my mom really, you know, her life wasn't easy either. So I'm all like, you know what, I love my mama. So I don't owe her anything. Because when I have kids, I'm not going to say, oh, you owe me something. No. I would like to give my mama something. I would like to tell her, hey, look, Mom, thank you for raising me. Thank you for doing everything you've done for me. Here's a car. Here's a house. But that's not saying that I feel like I owe it to her. That's me saying I would like to give it to her. I don't owe it to her. Just think of it like a gift, right?
Yeah.
I don't expect, for my birthdays, I've never expected gifts. I've always been that person to be like, just spend time with me. You know, just a simple cake or something. I never wanted a big old party. So like when I become a parent, I'm not gonna be, oh, my kid has to give me a house. My kid has to do this in order for me to love them or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm going to bring a new life into this world, I need to know that that's a big responsibility. I need to know that that's my responsibility, me and my wife's responsibility to take care of that kid, right? The kid grows up, does whatever he wants, and then that's my kid, right? I love my kid. I'm not gonna hold him down and be like, you have to do this, you have to do that. And if he whatever he wants to do, if he doesn't want to, you know, like he grows up and he becomes a big old star, he doesn't want to give me nothing, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you like,
come on. If he becomes a big old star, you're gonna be like, come on, where's my Rolls Royce, bro?
No, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you have to give me this, you have to.
Hey, son, can you pay off the house?
Because that would make me a hypocrite.
No, but the payment, I feel like at that point, if you see your son become that payment is seeing them being successful. That's like the gift.
Yeah, right. If I see you being a big old star, like, I know I did my job.
Like, that's my baby.
Look, exactly. If I see my son is a big old whatever, artist, fighter, I don't care what the fuck. He's just something big. He's made it. I see my son or daughter, they've made it. That's my daughter. That's my son.
Yeah.
And that's all I would need.
I was just gonna say, I think when you say, oh, I think we can all agree on this. It doesn't have to be monetarily, but when you say like they owe you their best, does that make sense?
You owe them your best.
Yeah.
Like us as a kid or as their kid.
In general, yeah, like give me your best in life.
That's my baby.
I think we can all agree on that, right?
I agree on that.
Because we're all saying you don't have to give me a house or this or something, but like just be happy and like that requires your best to be.
I think
whatever you do in life, if that gives you success and it makes you happy, I think you gave me your best, right? Like I did my best to try and instill values and whatever, and like all this stuff that I learned to.
And
try
if they
to
tried their best and they, just couldn't make it, you can't hold it against them either.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't hold it against them. Like
at least you could.
But don't settle after that. You know.
Especially not for talking to homeless people and drinking all day.
Because if we're talking about success, I think success as a parent is like one thing too, you know.
Yeah.
Because I would want to teach my kid to the
Be
values and the stuff that I taught you. I want you to use that in life. And
I always used to be. It took me a while to understand this too, but I think you brought it up that like my dad went through shit too, which is why he was the way he was. So it took me a while to understand that like he went through shit and I didn't understand it, which is why he turned out to not be the best parent I guess I was expecting or something. But I was like, man, he just went through shit that he couldn't deal with, and it kind of took effect on me. But then I was able to get it out, so then I turned out better. So then I was like, oh, like it's just kind of how your parent deals with it too, and then how they teach their kids as well.
Yeah, I would say most parents That's what they want. They want better for their children. Like they want them to do better than what they had did.
Yeah.
But I say most because there's there's parents that they have a good life and their children get it easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's Angel has said. There's a bunch of spoiled kids out there or whatnot.
But you're gonna go in a loop. But when you say better, like, what do you mean by better? Because when you say I want better for my children, it's kind of like
I think better is
monetarily,
options.
isn't it?
No, you want them to be happy.
Yeah, but if you say I just want my kid to be happy, then you say that instead of being better.
I think better is options.
Unless he just means not using the correct term.
Happy, healthy, and breathing,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? Better is options.
I would say
Hey.
some parents right now, like, they don't. A lot of parents don't talk to their children, and they wouldn't like. Because I would say a bunch of parents, or being a parent is probably one of the most stressful things in life.
Nah,
And-
no,
Nah, I don't think so. But like, say you're a parent and you're living a stressful life, and you look at your kids and you're like, yeah, I don't want them to go through what I'm going with. Like, you feel like you're struggling, you can't support your kids. I'm not saying they owe you that. It's more like damn, I wish my kids don't have to go through the stress I'm going through right now. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Giving them an option.
Right.
Personally, I think I owe my parents a lot because they did a lot with what they had.
Yeah, me too.
And like, they didn't have to stay 7 hours at Chuck E. Cheese because I wanted to go.
7 hours?
Yeah,
Nah, you was spoiled too, bro.
I was staying. No, but
Wait,
the
you
thing
went to
is,
Chuck E. Cheese?
dude, I would get like $5 in coins. I would go into the machines and I would look for coins,
Yeah.
and then, I'd run around. I was a little kid,
Yeah.
but yeah, I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese a lot,
Yeah.
but it was good. And there's like a whole bunch of things that they didn't have to do,
Yeah, 'cause I ain't gonna lie.
but they did.
After I learned after I started working my job. When I worked at Target, I'm like, making money is hard, bruh. And then spending money on something that you don't want. Imagine your kid woke up like, can I get a Hot Wheel? And that motherfucker hella expensive. And it's like, bruh, what?
Hey, you start saying like,
there's food at the house for sure. For sure.
But
You got
start
McDonald's
being
money
like,
or
damn, that's like
something?
3 hours, bro. Yeah,
Oscar,
it's
your
like-
kid's gonna ask you for McDonald's. What you saying?
Oh, I got my last $5, bro. We spending on too much chickens, bro.
Hey.
Easy. We going out happy, bro.
$5.
But I think another, like, being a successful parent is the fact that you want to give back to your parents, and I want to give back to my parents, and you want to give back to your parents. That's successful parenting, right?
Yeah.
Because, if I was a parent and my kid grew up, did good, and gave back to me without me saying anything, that, like, people say it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
But, like,
It really is.
if you gave your parents a house because they told you to, it's like, but take the house
Yeah.
and don't talk to me no more. But it's like, if I did it, like,
I
I wanted to, like, it's
Like you want to
different.
spread it with the people that you love.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
I actually got into, like, not an argument, but, like, last week I went to the game, to the Giants game, and then my auntie was like, hey, did you bring your wallet? I was like, yeah, why? She was like, oh, yeah, because you're going to buy me a beer. I looked at her, I was like, you got me fucked up. I was like, I'm not buying you shit.
$20 for a beer.
So then, like, she tells my cousin, like, a couple minutes, she's like, hey, he said he was going to buy us a beer. I was like, I just told you I wasn't. And I was dead serious. I was like, why are you expecting me to give you, like,
Yeah.
because it goes, like, she's done that a couple times.
Wait, she was being serious.
Yes, I was like, bro, I'm not giving you shit.
As a joke, I'd be like, maybe I'll buy you a beer.
Nah, hell
Yeah.
no. You know me. I'm not going to joke around with that.
See, I'm not playing with you.
No, but you
I'm
saying
giving my
she was
money.
serious.
Yeah.
If, like, say she was joking.
I was serious, too. I'm not giving you shit. Like, cause she was like, oh, I'm broke. I was like, you're not broke.
Yeah.
She went to a restaurant after, and I was like, I'm not going. I was like, I'm at home. I was like, I'm tired as fuck. I was like, bro, I'm not giving you shit. Like,
What she
Right.
say?
uh,
mad?
oh, she thinks I'm like,
Push over?
She thinks you rich.
Keepsake?
the word in Spanish is like codo.
Cheapsake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
cool.
I was like, I'm not, but with you I am, cause I'm not giving you shit. That's why you don't see
You
it.
to me, bro.
Yeah, because she expects it. I'm like, bro, like,
Bro, that's why I don't be asking for favors, bro.
buy your own beer? I would have bought
I do everything myself.
But if somebody just
I
did
think-
it for you, it's like,
I would.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Like, I don't think my.
It's 2 beers for me.
I don't know. It's just I would have. If they would have asked, I would have.
but she didn't even ask.
Yeah,
though.
look at the way you're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
buy me
yeah.
a beer.
Oh, yeah,
Instead
that
of
is
can
true.
you buy me a
Angel,
beer?
you're gonna buy me a chicken sandwich.
no, but
Hey,
also,
so-
Oscar,
yes, sir.
it's a reoccurring theme.
Okay, but Oscar,
If she had asked,
she wouldn't be like, "Oh, Oscar, could you spot me a beer?"
Spot me is different though.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wording is
different.
Okay, buy me a beer.
Because that means she gonna get paid back.
Alright.
And she was like, "Oh, you gonna buy like in a joking manner, like, oh, you gonna buy me beer?" I was like, "I'll think about it."
What if she's like, you want to buy me a beer?
Bruh.
I forgot it was your aunt, bro. My bad.
No, but also because too, I don't like people drinking, so that's I would feel like that's
Yeah, why not, bro?
That too,
That's nasty.
yeah, that too. But then I was like, I mean, fuck it, like if it makes you happy, I guess.
So not even for your cousin, you need to buy nothing for your cousin?
Huh?
For your cousin, you need to buy nothing?
Fuck no.
Because my cousin works, he got
My
his
boy-
own money, bro.
My boy
That's the
was
thing.
drinking. My boy was drinking his beer and his own nachos.
Because I feel
He said-
for my cousin, y'all know my cousin, like my cousin that lives across the street. I don't
Oh
say-
yeah.
But like that motherfucker's a lazy fuck, right? So I feel like
Nah.
by me not buying him shit,
He's just
like,
joking.
Buy him that beer. No, I'm dead serious. By me not buying him that beer is teaching him a lesson. Like, bro, you got your own money. Like you got to work for your shit,
Yeah.
right? It's different. I'm like, oh, you know, I got you this time. Like,
I think I
right?
cracked the code then.
No, yeah,
I got it.
It's weird for me because like, for me, like my aunties, I see them like as second moms.
Yeah, me
For
too.
a lot of them, because
Yeah.
like a lot of them
I
did
have a lot of aunties,
like,
a lot of uncles.
raise me too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every summer, I used to go down to LA and I'd be there for like 4 months.
Be like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, right? Yeah.
Like,
You know?
hey, fool.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though.
I'll be changing my language when I go there.
What's
The way I
up? What's
talk
happening,
and
fool?
I ain't gonna lie though.
Man, you be putting the boots on?
Like, I feel like even with parents, like even though if she's a second mom, it's the respect thing. Like
Yeah,
you
because
know?
You were not going to
Oh,
tell
no,
me to
yeah,
buy you
but-
a
You gonna go
beer.
buy me a beer
Yeah.
or what?
yeah,
No, yeah, that was different.
'Cause I
That was
do the
Hey,
same
go buy
way.
you a beer.
What?
I
Even
said-
if my mom said that to me, I'm like,
I
Yeah,
never
that's what I'm
said
saying.
she's like my second mom, but like yeah, she took like she took care of me like a lot of times too. But it's it's just like
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay me back a beer? With the one
no,
beer?
because she knows how hard I work before. Like for example, she's always like before when I used to do hello or something, she'd be like, "Why are you doing overtime? Like just go home." Blah blah blah. It's like now you understand why I have like a decent amount of money with me, and now you want to like buy me
Yeah.
this, right? It's like
Yeah.
but now you want to question my overtime issue, right?
I'd
Like,
probably buy it for them just because, but I don't know.
No,
not me.
the way that she said it is just, you know, I don't think
mom
it should
said
be
that.
expected.
I would have joked it off if she asked me.
Well,
Yeah.
If she tried to, it's kind
Out
of
of
like she tried to
face.
press me, bro.
You
But
buy me a jersey.
You would have buy me a beer out of face.
Hey, them beers is like $10.
I would have doubted.
Yeah, go to Johnny's
I think I see what it is now. Just by a quick raise of hands, like, would you like to, or how'd you put it? Would you like to?
let's
give
end,
your
we'll
parents
end it with
something?
this. We'll end it with this.
sure.
Yeah, of course.
What's the question?
Would you like to?
Give back
Would you
to your
like to
parents.
give back to your parent?
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah, of course.
raise that. Raise of hand. All right. So I think
We could just do yay or nay.
yay or nay.
Yay.
All in favor, say aye.
Face.
Fat.
Ass.
So
Hey,
shit, where was I going with that?
Hey, Seth.
You just lost your train
I
of thought.
lost it.
I lost it. This.
How many of you feel like you owe your parents? And how many people?
Okay,
Oh, no.
that's what I was gonna. Thank you.
Sucking.
One more time. Raise of hands if you would like to give back to your parents.
I would.
All right. My second question is:
Senor.
raise your hand if you owe something to your parents.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm,
And I would.
But then again, it varies again. So like
It varies
to an
again.
extent. Let's say if you owe them to an extent, or you
Yeah.
feel
I
like
just
you owe them.
think the word.
Oh, I'll use what Oscar said. I owe them my best.
Yeah, that's what I
Alright.
meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause you changed my. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say? All right. Last thing. Would you
Right.
say the word "owe" is just like
Crazy.
crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, it is
But
crazy.
going back to what we said in the beginning, it sounds crazy because
Yeah.
owing something is like kind of like you're in debt,
No,
Yeah.
'cause
and I don't feel
owe-
like I'm in debt with my parents.
owing is like they're
it's
asking
like
for
I
it.
I want to give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
More-
want to give it
more-
to you.
And that's
I don't
more
owe
love.
it to you.
That's love.
Kind of like using my definition, I guess, is like a better terminology would be like they deserve my best, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree with
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They deserve I would say the two things that they deserve the most is your best and your respect.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Other than that, they
We'll end it with that.
anything material, nah. Gaslighting, yeah.
Si, senor.
We started it. Did we owe them any? You owe me.
Yeah, last time I checked, bro.
All right, you
All right.
guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Pretty cool topic. Thank you guys for watching. And last episode was kind of bad. We didn't upload a video, but we got the video today. Anyways, bye. See you later.